A student group at the University of Cincinnati put up 12 poster boards of vaginas, or images of vaginas. Now, these poster boards were large enough to be considered billboards, and there are other student groups that are really upset about this because they feel like it's offensive to see a vagina on campus.
My favorite part of the story already is when you clarified that it was an image of a vagina and not a giant billboard of an actual vagina. We've had a couple of giants and we decided to put them. All right, anyway, this is weird, man. University of Cincinnati. I mean, I saw the pictures. I saw the uncensored pictures.
Yes.
And they're big, man. You're walking across campus, all of a sudden a vagine, right, like right in your face. And you're like, damn. So now, of course, I'm fascinated by it. I'm amused by it, interested by it. Some of the right-wing groups on campus, not as amused.
Right. Now let me tell you why they put it up, because I think that that's a critical part of the story, obviously. Now, they want to do it to raise awareness about how, women's rights are being violated, reproductive rights, and how women are used as props by politicians. So they're raising awareness in that way, which is really interesting, I think. And they're making political speech, and that's something that's protected under the Constitution. All right. Now, saying all that, we should also talk about Students for Life, because that's the student organization on campus that's very unhappy about this. In fact, they are arguing that the photos objectify women, looking at them through the eyes of a rapist.
Oh, come on.
Right.
So just seeing a female anatomy means that you're a rapist? Now, this Students for Life is so full of crap. So now, no matter what you think of the pictures, and they are jarring if you're not used to it, and I get why some parents might be upset, etc., right? But Students for Life show the pictures of aborted fetuses.
Yep.
That's 1,000,000 times worse.
So,
and you're offended by just simple female anatomy?
In essence, they're saying that their political speech should be protected, right? Regardless of how explicit the images might be. But when it comes to a message that they don't agree with, right, which, basically they're saying you shouldn't be violating women's reproductive rights, well, all of a sudden, Students for Life, they don't like this kind of speech, so we should get rid of it.
All right. Now, we do have one picture, right, that's a little safer work, kind of.
I think we do, right? The censored image?
I'm warning you.
Jesus looks very hesitant. I don't know why it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's covered. All right, so it's a vag. It's fine.
Huh, interesting. Now you see the campus around it, you see the snow and stuff, that they took a close-up picture of the billboard. So if you're walking along that campus, and the flowers are not there, that's the edited version, okay? There's a bam, right there, okay? And then you go around another corner, bam, another version.
Why are you so uncomfortable with it? Are you uncomfortable with it?
Yeah. It's funny enough, I was just in Cincinnati, and I was just at their museum where they have statues that are realistic, which is interesting, right? Because all the statues are like, they just kind of basically cover up the genitalia. This was with realistic genitalia of children and adults. And so I'm looking around, I'm like, what? Seek that, oh, Jesus, Lord mercy, right? It's just because we're not used to it. I mean, it's not a big deal, and that's why it's interesting art, right? But, since we're not used to it, it's jarring. Like when all of a sudden you see a male genitalia or female genitalia just by itself in a giant version, you're like, what the hell is that? It takes some getting used to.
It does, especially because it's not like acceptable by like societal standards, right? But when you really think about it, I mean, you love the vagine, right? Like it's what you love. It's what all guys love. Well, not all guys, except unless you're gay. But like I thought of myself as a woman seeing a picture of a penis. Like it's not necessarily appealing, but yeah, it's a penis. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I hear you. No, but if you look at all the pictures, it's not like it's that sexual. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, it's not sexual at all.
And by itself, it's not like, I don't think guys look at, like they had those 12 pictures of them together. They're real women, okay? It's not like they're models or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
And you look at them, it's not like you're like, oh yeah! Yeah, it's a wall of vagine.
That's absolutely true, and that's not what I was trying to imply. But, what I mean is, it's just human. It's natural. It's our bodies.
You're absolutely right that us getting freaked out by the most simple thing in the world, which is part of our body, is insanity.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're pointing out through this art in some ways. And of course, that's why Students for Life are like, how dare you? No sex for anybody!